What it is, what it do. You already know. This is Latin Active 29 back for you. Check it out. Can't we all get along? Can't we all get along? This goddamn YouTube fucking drama shit, like a bunch of bitches going back and forth, man. Worse than fucking bitches, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers out there just fucking rambling and talking shit and disrespecting and all that, you know? Why don't we put out something that's gonna benefit the people? You know, like credit, like fucking investments. You know what I mean? Fucking credit repair, shit that's really gonna help us out. You know, all that frivolous talk and drama and back and forth through all these fucking YouTubers and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Check this out. This is for everyone, right? We get a little breakdown on credit. I'm gonna leave a link. All right, the best credit card that I've ran into to start your credit is called Capital One, right? Capital One, what it does is they'll give you like a $300 limit, and as long as you pay that, you know, use it for your gas, pay it off. Use it for your gas, pay it off. They're gonna go 300 probably to like 1,200, and then they'll triple it. You know, 2,500, 3,000, and your credit score is gonna go up. All right. So the reason why I'm talking to you about this is because I don't care if you're a killer, you're a gangster, you're a drug dealer. You know what I mean? You could be the baddest motherfucker in the pen. You could be the baddest motherfucker on the street, but without credit, you ain't shit. You know. You're shit, you know, to the streets and in prison and shit like that, right? But if you go buy a house, you know what I mean, you go to sign those papers, they don't give a shit about your fucking how many people you murdered. They don't give a shit how many people you stuck. They don't give a fuck how bad you are and how good your name is in prison or outside in the fucking the calles, you know? They don't give a fuck how bad of a motherfucker you are out here on the streets even. If you fucking ain't got no credit score, psh, you know what I mean? You ain't nobody. You ain't nobody. Out here you have to have credit. You know, credit will save you hundreds of thousands of dollars throughout your lifetime. Buying a car, buying a house. You know what I mean? Anything that you go finance, instead of getting that 21%, 30%, you know, interest per year, you get like that 0.07 interest, you know. You get that low interest, low interest, you know, and over the years, it saves you hell of money, I'm telling you. And so this Capital One, you get it, use it, don't abuse it. And once your credit score goes up, what's going to happen is that you're going to get offered all these credit cards, right? Everybody's going to want to fucking, Best Buy, Target, Walmart, dealers, JCPenney's, Macy's, everybody's gonna want to give you credit, right? And it's cool, but don't abuse it like I did. See, now I'm telling you from experience, you know, like I tell you guys, learn from everyone, follow no one, right? So what I did is I had that credit card, right? I got it, and they started giving me credit cards, and I was like, hell yeah, I started fucking, you know what I mean, signing up for all the credit cards. Fucking now I got like 30-something credit cards. But what you don't realize, you know, at first when you start using them, you're like, oh, $20 a month, that ain't shit. Oh, $25 a month, that ain't shit. You know, $50 a month, shit, that ain't shit. You know, you see a badass TV, you know, 72-inch or 80-inch, you know, on sale for $1,500 or whatever. You swipe it up, you know, and you pay your monthly payment, you know. But what happens is the more credit cards you got, the more, you know, payments that you have due throughout the month. And if you get like me, you end up paying $1,200, $1,400 a month on credit cards, you know. Now, luckily, I came in through some money, you know, through some stocks that I did, and I was able to knock down all those credit cards, you know. I was very fortunate for that, because if not, I was paying, you know what I mean? Probably hundreds of dollars in interest, you know what I mean, that wasn't even going to the actual payment to mark me down, you know. And you need to go right here. All right, so don't abuse it. And if you think you're gonna get a credit card and max it out and burn them, well, let me tell you, it's like going to prison, coming out, and you got, 7 years of probation. You got paper coming out, right? Well, that's what happens when you burn these credit card companies. You know what I mean? They'll lock your ass up for fucking 7 years. Not physically lock you up, but they'll lock your ass up where you can't get no credit. You can't buy a car, you can't buy a house, you can't buy shit because that is on your credit report for 7 years. If you try to jack them. So, and I know from experience because that's what I did when I was younger. I was like, oh shit, I got them. Back in my younger days. You know what I mean? Thought I was cool and thought I knew it all. You know what I mean? And that fucking it haunted me for years, right? So, don't do that. Now, what you want to do, or another thing you don't want to do, you don't want to get one of those credit cards that has an annual fee for $49 a year. You know what I mean? Fuck that. I'm going to tell you why. Because, you can't use one of those to get your credit started too, like I did. But if I would have known better, I wouldn't have got it. Because let me tell you where they get you. Man, this is a fucking shiesty ass world. Dog fucking world. Look at. So, you get that credit card with the annual fee of $49, right? And let's say you charge something, you pay it off. So now you have a zero balance, right? And in your mind, you know that you got a zero balance. You don't owe nothing. So what happens is that $49, they break it down each month. So you pay like $3 something, cents every month. So what happens, they charge you that $3 for the annual fee, and you thinking that you have a zero balance, you don't pay it, they hit you with $35 late fee. Boom. You know what I mean? So that's bullshit. So don't get one of those. I'm telling you, Capital One is the best way to go. I'm gonna leave the link in the description. Go down there, click on it, and apply. And I guarantee you, your credit score will go up. You'll have, it'll help you in the long run. I'm telling you. My son just did it. I had him get it. He just turned 19. I said, you got to start building your credit now. You know what I mean? He wants a new car. He wants to get a house. I said, right now is the time to do it. But don't abuse it. Right? So, now, what you want to do is you want to use it, but don't max it out either. And you want to constantly have it paid. Don't make no late payments. Don't be late on it, because that'll hit your score. So there's just a little bit about credit, right? If your credit is already jacked up, for free, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a template. Just hit me up in the comments. Credit, whatever, just say credit, and I'll get with you and send you a copy of a credit template to where you can send to the creditors. And what they have 30 days to respond to it. If they don't respond within 30 days, they have to take it off your credit report. Well, most of these guys, they don't even look at it within the 30 days. They got so many people going. I did it already 3 times. I have did it. For late payments, for credit that they had me on, for bad credit that didn't pay or whatever. I went and sent them the letters and they wiped it off. So I got that for free. The other people, they'll charge you hundreds of dollars for credit repairs. They'll send you, you do these videos. They'll send you to the links that you gotta pay and buy, and this and that. And all I ask for you is to subscribe. That's it. Subscribe, and I'm gonna teach you guys how to get your credit score up, how to get stocks, bonds, all that, 401k, how to invest. People don't know about credit. So something so simple, they don't teach in school. But I mean, throughout your life, you use it all through your life. Unless you're a big baller, shot caller, and you got, G's that you could just pluck out for cars and houses, and all right, more power to you. You know what I mean? That's a whole different story. Yeah, I mean, that's the best way. If you really want to do it, that's the best way to do it. But not everybody got it like that, right? You have to use credit. So why not have the best credit and the lowest interest rates? The lower the interest rate, the less money you're gonna pay for that using that credit. And a lot of times these credit cards, they'll give you like a 6 month no interest fee. So if you pay within 6 months or even 12 months sometimes, even 18 months sometimes. So you can get a badass TV if you want it, and as long as you paid within 18 months, well then you're good. It's just like paying cash. But like I said, still you gotta have that credit to throughout life. You just got it. So that's a little about credit. All right. So like I said, I'm gonna leave that link. Just hit that subscribe button, and I guarantee you guys will need it at some point, sometime in your life. But this is what we need to teach our generation. Our generation lacks this. Our generation, the generation before us, they lack all this knowledge. So let's go ahead and share this video, because somebody else is gonna need to listen to this. Somebody else is gonna need this. If you don't need it, you may not need it. You might already be in a financial bind. I'm going to talk about how to get out of that. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's go into it real quick. Let's say you are in a financial bind, right? You've got 10 credit cards. You don't know how to go about it. You know what I mean? You're overwhelmed. Well, what you do is just start with one. That's all you got to do. You got to start with one. You can't try to conquer all 10 of them at the same time. It's not going to happen. And you trying to do that to progress, to see the progression, you're not going to see it, so you're going to get, upset. You're going to get discouraged. That's the word I'm looking for. You're going to get discouraged because it seems like you're not paying your credit cards off, because you're paying the minimum payment each month for each credit card. So my advice would be to get one of the credit cards, preferably the one that has the highest interest rate, and you can either go with the highest credit amount that you got, the balance due, or you can start with the lower one. The lower one might be more, it's probably easier, and you'll see the progress, faster. So what I would recommend is doubling, tripling your payment on the smaller one and knock that out. Now, that money that you were putting on that smaller one, go to the next one and knock it out. Now, the money that you were doing on those two, go to your third credit card, knock it out. Now, the money you're paying on the 3 credit cards, take that money and put it to your 4th one, plus your minimum payment or whatever, knock that one out. Now, those 4, go to your 5th one, use those 4 payments that you're making on all 4 of those credit cards, take it to your 5th one, knock it out, and so forth. That's how you go to get out of debt. And then once you get out of debt, don't go back and do the same thing and max them out and get, over your head, because it's a rat race. That's what this world wants. This is what the world runs on. People like us, they need us. The richer they get richer. And only the rich know and are schooled of this. They're passed on generation through generation through generation, and they're taught this at a young age from their parents. And so we need to teach our kids, how to be successful. And that is one way to get ahead in life. Is to have a good credit score. A good credit score means a good name. Just like you would be in prison or locked up, whatever, you have a solid name, You're good. you're good all, you're all good in the hood and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is like in credit. You know what I mean? Your name is good. You know what I mean? Creditors know that you're solid. You know what I'm saying? That you're good to pay back. You're good for your word. You know what I mean? Because that's all we got in this world. You know what I mean? Wherever we're at, you know what I mean? That's all we have is a word. A word or to pay back. You know? But with all that, you know what I mean? This is Latin Active 209. Like I always say, learn from everyone, follow no one. Late to the next time. I got some more good content coming for you. I mean, it's gonna be shootouts, drug smuggling, chases, more money tips on little side hustles. You know what I mean? I'm a jack of all trades, master of none, but I guarantee you I know a whole lot more than the master of one.